On January 22, 1973, a Boeing 707 operated by Area Royal Jordanian Airlines on behalf of Nigeria Airways crashed while attempting to land at Nigeria's Kano Aminu Kano Airport. In total, 173 of the 193 passengers and 9 crew members died on that fateful day. The jet was supposed to head to Nigeria's largest city, Lagos, from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. However, the pilots were told about challenging weather conditions at their destination. Therefore, the crew was redirected to Kano. Amid strong winds on the aircraft's final approach, the pilot in command was met with mist during the last phase. Subsequently, control was lost and the plane nosed down and hit the runway surface with its nose gear first. The nose gear then collapsed and both the main gears punctured the fuel tanks. The 707 then lost both left engines before making an opposite turn and going up in flames. 3 members of the crew and 23 passengers escaped. Sadly, 176 people died and the aircraft was completely destroyed. Many of the travelers were pilgrims that were on a holy visit to Saudi Arabia. Following the crash, personnel to the ground tried to help them. The crash was witnessed by a crowd attracted to the scene by word that 80 pilgrims, non-identified by name, had died during the pilgrimage to Saudi Arabian city that Muslims regard as the most sacred. The plane crashed after a flight of about 2,100 miles from Jeddah near Mecca. Witnesses reported that many personnel leaped from the emergency exits of the plane and were then trapped in flames roaring around them. Hundreds of soldiers, policemen, and volunteer workers on hand to control the large crowds of returning pilgrims and their waiting relatives and friends rushed to the wreckage of the plane after it crashed. The Bureau of Aircraft Accident Archives highlights that the specific cause of the crash is not clear. Regardless, the consensus is that control was lost on short final approach amid wake turbulence. Altogether, the Kano air disaster was the deadliest aviation accident in the history at the time. In another sad turn, the crash of Turkish Airlines Flight 981 with 346 fatalities followed only 14 months later.